I'm bored. What's the embarrassing thing that you did as a teen that still keeps you up at night? I accidentally reacted with the fire emoji to my friend's story with her cremated dog. My mum gets with my friends. Hey man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, I got you. I let social media influence me too much. Last year, I cheated on my ex because I thought he was a bum because he wasn't funding me to have a luxury lifestyle. The whole time he was saving money to adopt his nephews. I want him back, but he hates me now. Good. One time I poked a hole in a protection thing at the store. You know, for doing the dude. I was with my friends and they dared me to poke a hole through one of those things at the store, so I did. I hope nobody bought it. I feel really bad that I might be the reason someone has an unwanted baby. Don't worry, someone probably did that when your dad bought one too. You're actually a really bad person. Despite popular belief, spamming the A button does not make loading screens go any faster. I just told someone I was too tired from day drinking to hang out. But it's actually because I had 8 hot dogs today and I feel like I'm going to die. I'm a girl, but I taught myself to pee standing up. No real reason, I just wanted to see if I could. This is just being a human. Doing stuff because you can. Yesterday I told my girlfriend I was buying a bag of Doritos. Then I ate all of them. She's coming over later, so I bought a new bag to avoid having her think I ate the whole old bag. But now I ate the whole new bag too. But now you can just say, oh, I ate the old bag. She doesn't know you ate 2 bags. When I was a kid, I used to convince the neighbor's kid that his very good Pokemon cards were trash. And then I would trade him for my actual trash cards. Quite the confession. This has been on your mind for a few years, huh? I lied to my child every Friday. This is my 4-year-old's first school day, and he is in pre-kindergarten. He hates school so far and says it's boring, so I tell him that if he wakes up and goes to school without fighting me, he can stay home for 2 days out of the week. During the week, I remind him about our deal when he is misbehaving, so he thinks I let him skip school on Saturday and Sunday because he's well behaved. I let my male best friend sleep in my boyfriend's spot in bed when he's not home. My boyfriend doesn't leave often, but whenever I get the chance, my best friend sleeps in our giant king-size bed with me. I always wash the sheets after, so there's no way my boyfriend would know. I love getting the chance to cuddle up to him, but my boyfriend can never know because it's a pretty strict rule in our house that the dog doesn't sleep in our bed. Let the dog sleep in the bed. I had an official IQ test done by an institution. My IQ is 82, and I'm pretty devastated. I am legitimately almost mentally handicapped and apparently had no idea. I guess I'm literally too dumb to figure out how stupid I am without doctors telling me. Man, this blows. The worst part about this kind of news from doctors is there's no treatment. They can't make me more smarter with science or medicine, so I'm stuck this way. I shouldn't have taken the test. I wish I could go back to when I didn't know how dumb I was. Me confessing to my crush with a meme because I have no social confidence. Are you saying you have a crush on me? I don't believe in ghosts. It's alright, I still believe in you. I sometimes download movies that I know I'm not going to watch just to slow down the Wi-Fi when my brothers play Fortnite. Kate, you're the worst sibling ever. To be fair, they are really loud and annoying when they play. I guess not that bad. If you've asked them to stop screaming and they're still screaming, then you could escalate that yourself. Let's wrap up 2020 with a confessions thread. Confess your sins. I don't know, some old guy died in the cabin next door to ours, out in the middle of nowhere, and we stole his bones. My cousin has his femur right now. An Oregon woman named Sadie Rennie Johnson started a 50,000 acre wildfire and later told authorities that her firefighter friends were bored and needed work. Oh, when the cops show up. What's the worst lie you were told as a kid? My mom would always tell me I was the easiest physical birth out of all the kids. I felt proud until at the age of 18 I was told I was adopted. When my husband gets stuck on a part of a video game for a long period of time, I will look up the solution on my phone, then give him vague suggestions to push him in the right direction. I've been doing this for 6 years. How do I stop my husband from going goblin mode during the deed? My husband says, goblin mode activated. When we start to do it, growls and acts like a caveman, and then says, goblin mode off. When we stop, then pretends to not know what I'm talking about when I ask him about it. My son wakes up to the American Dad theme every single day. Every day my son, 14 male, wakes up at 7 a.m. to the American Dad theme song. Every day. I can't take it anymore. He's driving his siblings insane. Good morning, yours. Shut up. You're driving the whole family insane. Do you ever watch a film to the end of the credits, pick a name and think, hey, Clint Younggreen, assistant bear trainer 3? I bet you thought nobody would see you down here. Nice job, pal. I've been running a company totally drunk for more than a year. Literally every decision is made drunk. I review budgets, hire employees, review contracts for customers and subs, send emails, attend meetings, all while blackout, or at least buzzed. I'm sorry, Pizza Hut. I'm in the Pizza Hut toilet, and I just did it so violently I think I broke it. Fight for our baby's first word. We recently had twins, and my husband makes a point of saying "dada" to the babies in front of me, so I play along and say "mama" as if I'm fighting back. But I watch them overnight, and when I'm alone, I also whisper "dada" to them because he's such a good dad, and I want him to have the joy of being their first word. I lie about my cat all the time. Guys, trigger warning. This post is very, very, very inappropriate. So, I have an extremely friendly kitten. He's only 2 or so, and absolutely adores being pet or getting attention. Anytime I have company over, I always warn them about how much he dislikes people. It's not because I want to be the sole provider of affection for him, or because I want the guests to leave him alone. I just really like the look on their faces when this problem kitty comes up and cuddles with them, and seeing how special it makes them feel. I adore lazy women. I have this attraction where I prefer a woman who does nothing all day. Video games or TV or just napping all day sounds super hot. I want to be the one working long hours to pay for them to be lazy all day. Then I want to get home and be told to cook and clean while she continues to be lazy and do nothing. I have this fascination with lazy women. Like I just want to enable all the bad habits. Ideally a drinker or smoker. Is this attainable? Of course this is attainable, but I don't think it's healthy, but good luck, man. I wonder how this will turn out. Maybe we'll get a post in 10 years saying how either good or bad his life is. I asked my boyfriend who the second hottest woman alive was, since according to him, I'm number 1. This man said, "Your reflection." But I ask him who's number 3. Let's see what he says. You better say your shadow. I'm in the gym. A woman's weight rolled onto my phone. The screen was badly cracked, and she apologized profusely. She kindly transferred money to help cover the cost of repairs. It didn't touch my phone. My phone screen was already cracked. Spent the money at the pub. Is it really hard to just say, "My phone was already cracked. You did nothing. No problem." You just had to scam her, huh? Don't take advantage of kind people. I don't care if you take advantage of mean people, but not kind people. I used to send people's assignments to each other, claiming them as my own in exchange for theirs. I'm now an engineer and didn't have to do a single assignment in my degree. I lied. My girlfriend's actual beige flag is that once every month she will get a banana for lunch, and after I've let my guard down, she will frantically search for her phone, freak out, ask me to call it because she can't find it, and when I do, she'll pick up the banana instead and be like, "Hello?" And I fall for it every time. I hate banana phone. I spend most of my time on Red Dead Redemption 2, traveling looking for dogs to pet. This makes me feel guilty because I have a dog and he sits on his bed looking at me while I do this. It's like he knows. When you are no longer friends with someone, respect the secrets they shared with you. It's called integrity. I mean, if we just drifted apart, then hell yeah, your secrets come with me to the grave. But if you laughed at me when I cried during Cars 2, then I'm telling everyone you had a crush on your cousin. I pay attention to numbers and patterns a lot, and accidentally memorize them. I'll be driving and read the license in front of me, and it will be stuck reciting in my head all day. I once lied on my CV. I got the job and got promoted. I lied on my CV and somehow convinced the world I was a coding wizard. Now I'm stuck in a never-ending cycle of Google searches and caffeine-fueled coding sessions. This is when I regret, and I do, indeed. Fake it till you make it. My browser history is a treasure trove of how to fix syntax errors. And what does this message mean? I learned to code on the job, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm making it up as I go. My colleagues think I'm a genius, but really, I'm just good at hiding my panic. Well, if you're performing and actually doing well, you are made up for the job, even though you don't know how to code. You're still doing the job. They just don't know how to use the internet. You're a genius. When they ask me to explain my code, I launch into a confident-sounding jargon-filled monologue, hoping they'll get lost in the technical mumbo-jumbo. The best part? I got a promotion and a raise, which basically translates to, "We're paying you more to keep pretending you're good at this." Well, you are good at this, just in a different way. I spy on my soulmate. As long as they have their phone on them, they go to the store, I can see. They're at home, I can see. I check very often, seeing where they are. I just like to feel close to them, even when we're not physically close. Okay, this person's a bit weird, and I like to think about what they're doing. The only downside is I can't see them. Sometimes I think I want to make them a plushie and hide cameras in their eyes, so that in their bedroom I can see them sleep. But I'm worried that they may get changed there. If they do, then they find out I put cameras there. They'd feel like I spied on them or something too personal. I secretly upvote my dad. My dad doesn't know that I know his Reddit account, but every once in a while, I go on his user page and upvote his posts and comments. He doesn't get very many upvotes, but he's a great guy, and I want him to feel funny and cool. I really like it when people refer to me as OP, or they in comments, because it makes me feel like I'm popular enough that the person that wrote the comment doesn't think I have time to respond. I can totally relate to OP here. OP is right. OP has made a good point. Sometimes I tell my wife I'm still working on something for her so I can can hear her play piano longer. My wife is a piano teacher and has been for approaching 15 years. She is still not super confident of playing to an audience though, but I absolutely love it. I could listen to her play for hours. So if she asks me to do something and I say, only if you play piano, I often say I'm still working on it after I've finished, just so she keeps on playing. My optician is really hot, so I got excited when he asked if I was doing anything this weekend. I replied, nothing I can't cancel, with a cheeky wink. He said, oh, sorry, I just wanted to know if you're likely to be wearing your lenses. But imagine if we had tiny little dragons the size of puppies, and they would go wherever we went sitting on our shoulders and hissing at everyone who tried to touch you, because you're their most special thing in the universe, and they are so tiny, it's ridiculously cute. My roommate in a hostel in Nakawa, in my first year, he was third year, sat me down on day one and was like, listen, we're grown-ups now, so I'll be bringing lots of girls to the room. You'll be seeing them. If that scares you or makes you uncomfortable, grow up, because this is not high school. Here people have girlfriends and lovers. Anyway, he brought one girl back the whole year, and she stole his phone. Sounds about right. When I was in 5th grade, I noticed a girl copying my answers on our timed multiplication tests, so I started pretending to write 0 for all my answers. When she was looking away, I wrote the correct answers. Our teacher could not believe that she really thought the answer to every question was 0, and really made a spectacle of her. I was the person copying people's answers at school. Not all the time though, but a lot of the time. The only reason I brought my friend to the haunted house was so that I could punch her in the face in the crowded pitch black room without her knowing it was me. I have been using Spotify to secretly spy on my friend. One of my closest friends names her Spotify playlists with specific names. One of her playlists is called Sad Lady Hours, and every time I see her actively listening to it, I shoot her a, hopefully, inconspicuous text, asking what she's up to, that I love her. I hope she never notices the pattern. A few days ago, I accidentally walked in on my brother taking a piss. He went mad on me for opening the door without knocking, but I really think he was mad because he doesn't want anyone to know what a tiny, why were you looking there? You nearly died every time? Okay, that was just in your head. I get to the office an hour before my boss. At least once a week for the last 2 years, I've been peeing just a little bit into his coffee mug. I have never seen him rinse it out before filling it up in the morning. Anyone else go through that occasional phase where toast and butter is just the tastiest creation on the planet and you have to restrain yourself from eating an entire loaf of bread in 10 minutes, or is it just me? Ex-retail staff, trust me, retail staff already know whether or not they have something you're looking for in the bag. So if you refuse to believe them and insist they check anyway, they will just stand in the back having a break from you for 2 minutes, not looking for the item. Confessions of a waiter/waitress. I don't actually care how you are. Confessions from a paying customer. You don't deserve more than a 15% tip. Those in the industry are the most self-entitled people in any industry that ever existed. Your job is to refill my drinks after you bring me my food. Jeez. I'm on my phone. Get used to it. I'm not at the restaurant to acknowledge your existence or pay your bills. Get over yourself. I cheated on all of my law exam, and I'm graduating next year. Cambridge Uni. You apologizing to all of your clients after they get life for a parking ticket. I want to smash my best friend. My ask box, to many, is a bottomless pit that one might cast their deepest, most messed up confessions in. That was not a suggestion. Whenever I visit my mum, she hands me a big tub of retro sweets to pass to my kids. The ungrateful and unsociable teenage buggers don't come with me anymore to visit their nan, so I eat most of them on the long journey home and stash the rest away in the glove box. It will never be good enough for you, will it, Michelle? Sorry, just to clear some confusion. Michelle is my dental hygienist, and sometimes we find it's the case that I don't always floss as deep as I need to. She's great though. I think Michelle saw this Facebook post. My wife tolerates me keeping chickens as long as they are regularly laying eggs. 3 of the elder girls stopped about 9 months ago, and I couldn't even think about getting rid of them. Instead, they have been laying little free-range eggs every day, and she doesn't have a clue. Name a scam. A crackhead came into Target, walked to the self-checkout and grabbed somebody's receipt, walked around the store and found all the items. Grocery shopping in reverse. He got a $68 refund. That's a finesse. So he got caught though. Is this why you know all of that? No, I processed the refund. My freshman year, I had a goal to lose my V-card and not have a boyfriend, but I ended up with a boyfriend who wants to wait till marriage. The universe gave me the biggest Uno reverse card. True confessions from real people. If I saw a small crouching figure that quickly turned and revealed itself to be a goblin of some sort, or a gnome, I would not be very surprised. I saw a flock of demons carrying a man away and I did not tell God on them because they asked me not to. I'm now very wealthy. My greatest fear is someone breaking an egg across my body, christening me Egg Boy, as if I were some sort of boat. One time I saw someone skipping rocks and eating a sandwich along the beach, and I don't know, he just tossed his sandwich in the water and bit the rock. His head and hands weren't communicating. Self-employed tradesman. I put 30 to 50 pounds on top of every job. If the customer is nice, makes me breathe, or generally lets me get on with my job, I knock it off the final bill. If they're awkward or make the job harder, then that's my beer money for the Friday night. I just found out that it's up to your family whether female is buried with a bra on or not. I'm just warning anyone in my family now, if you bury me with a bra on, I will haunt every one of you for the rest of your lives. Confession. I have a friend who likes to text me at 4 a.m. when he's had nightmares, or can't sleep, or he just needs a friend. He thinks I'm awake at 4 a.m., but I really go to bed around 12 a.m., and I change his text tone to the loudest one, so it just wakes me up when he needs me. You're the kind of friend everyone needs. Sometimes I wake up with a very urgent thought on my mind, and it's usually pretty dumb, like je suis un pomme, or root beer fairy tales. But this morning I woke up and sat there for a second, and all I could think of was, "'Tis I, the Frenchiest fry." Texas confession. I've never seen snow in real life. I posted this and it snowed like 2 inches a week later for the first time in 35 years. I've never had $1 million. Confession. To this day, I have no idea how to play Minesweeper. I finally confessed my feelings for my best friend. I had a feeling she had similar feelings and she did. Haven't felt so connected with someone in my entire life. What he didn't say is that he did this while cheating on his wife. Hi, I'm the wife. I go onto the Bob Ross subreddit sometimes and upvote every painting someone has done to encourage them to continue painting. This is nice. It's very Bob Ross of you to do this. When my mum walked in, I immediately switched to not safe for work because it was easier to explain. I used to do the deed to Angry Birds. When I was about 13, I loved Angry Birds. I had every game and bought every toy they had, even the Happy Meal toy. Don't ask me why I know that. One day I was playing Angry Birds when all of a sudden the big red bird made me in the mood. I couldn't stand it. I was going crazy. I decided to pull out something and doing it. I never felt so good. I continued to do this daily and never got bored of it. You're a freak. Why is this a pinned comment? I ate dog food just to see what it tasted like. Yeah, I've grown up with dogs all my life. I never ever wanted to try dog food. Maybe the biscuits. Didn't try it though. I held back. Hopefully not wet food. Wet food and like dry dog food, they're two completely different things. I will kind of let you off if it's, you know, dry dog food. Wet dog food, you should be put in a zoo. Yeah. I had a crush on this girl Amy for a long time. One night I was drunk and texted her and told her how much I liked her. She just replied with LMFAO. My girlfriend recently went back to college to get her bachelor's in studies by reading out loud. I tell her it doesn't bother me because I just put on my headphones and listen to music. Truth is, I almost never turn music on and listen to her. I'm so proud of her. I was 22 years old when I learned that not every family has a poop knife. Yeah, I'm not reading all of this. I didn't even know why I downloaded this. This just kind of made me a bit sick. Not today. You can read this if you want to though. I will unblur it for all the for all the nosy people. In 1930, Helen patented an apparatus for obtaining criminal confessions. The police put the suspect into a darkened chamber where they are confronted by a human skeleton with glowing red eyes that questions them with a voice transmitted from the interrogator behind it through a megaphone in its mouth. A camera concealed in the skull was to record the confessions. What?